Hello, my name is Richard Lakeman. I've assumed various roles in the higher education sector around the world for over 30 years. I'm presently an Associate Professor at Southern Cross University, coordinating postgraduate mental health programs. When I returned to a teaching role at the university in 2019, after some years away in professional practice, I noticed that at particular times of the teaching calendar, an air of despondency seemed to descend on the staff in the tea room, and I even noticed some teaching staff in tears. My university, like every other university in Australia, had introduced anonymous surveys at the end of teaching sessions, in which students were invited to rate their teachers and units of study and make anonymous comments. It transpired that some people received devastating ratings from students, and it was not a rare occurrence to receive quite personalised comments which didn't appear to have anything much to do with teaching or learning. So I and some colleagues convened a team to explore what was going on, and we undertook a survey of teaching staff in Australian universities. Around 800 staff responded to our survey. If you'd like to read one of the papers arising from the survey, you can scan the QR code to my left. We wish to explore the impacts of this now massified project, whereby at the end of every teaching term, often before final assessments are even submitted or grades released, students are invited to complete a survey and rate and comment on their teachers, those they perceived assembled the courses and units, and the units and courses themselves. We were interested in the perceived impacts of this process on health and the well-being of teaching staff, and the impact on teaching quality and standards. We did not expect that so many of our respondents would have such immediate access to comments such as these, which are direct quotes. So this was our first surprise. Destructive, defamatory, abusive, and hurtful comments were commonly reported. These were quite often overtly racist, homophobic, misogynistic, and some could be characterised as hate speech. What is more, these comments were routinely shared with others in the university. We categorised these narrative statements into allegations, insults, comments about appearance, attire, and accent, projections and blame, and threats of punishment. None of these examples had anything to do with teaching or learning quality, although 90% of respondents stated that comments had something to do with teaching quality at least some of the time. A majority of comments and ratings might even be constructive and helpful. But what is the impact of receiving comments like these ever? Our research explored this as well. A majority of respondents attributed workplace stress to receiving anonymous commentary. Many reported being extremely distressed and considered that their health and mental health had sometimes been severely impacted. So the impacts of receiving such comments and catastrophic ratings, or anticipating receiving such comments at regular intervals over the year, has very real consequences. It can take a real toll on the health of teachers and their mental health in particular. Anonymous student evaluation of teaching can also have impacts on teaching quality and standards. However, today, with your consent, we'd like to extend our exploration to students' perceptions. Students' perspectives on anonymous student feedback surveys. Thank you for your consideration and participation.